What if one tiny moment, just a split second on camera, was enough to shatter everything people thought they knew? Because that's exactly what happened when Blueface hit post. One short clip, one unsettling reaction. And suddenly, the internet wasn't watching gossip anymore. It was holding its breath. Fans expected chaos. They expected drama. What they didn't expect was a moment that felt too real to ignore. As the footage spread, whispers turned into alarms. People began asking uncomfortable questions, pointing fingers, and rewatching the clip again and again, trying to figure out what they were really seeing. Was this just an innocent moment blown out of proportion, or something far more disturbing hiding in plain sight? And then came the betrayal. Because instead of protecting the family image, Blueface appeared to pull the curtain back, letting the world question Chrisean in a way that can't be undone. Accusation, hypocrisy, and old wounds all collided at once, turning a private situation into a public spectacle. But here's the thing, this story isn't as simple as right or wrong. And the truth, it's far messier than anyone expected. Because once you see this clip, you can't unsee it. Before the storm, there were two people in the public eye whose lives were constantly under scrutiny. Blueface, the flamboyant rapper known for his bold lyrics, unpredictable antics, and high-profile relationships. And Chrisean Malone, a rising reality star with a reputation for drama, resilience, and unapologetic individuality. Fans admired Blueface for his charisma, his viral moments, and, of course, his music that consistently broke streaming records. He is a kind of celebrity who thrives on attention, who knows how to stir the pot, and who never shies away from controversy. His public image is a mix of rebellious energy, humor, and unpredictable emotional outbursts, qualities that kept both fans and critics glued to his every move. Chrisean, on the other hand, presents a more complex image. She's tough, outspoken, and fiercely independent. Yet her persona has always carried an edge of vulnerability, a hint of pain from her past. Known for reality TV appearances and her bold presence on social media, she has built a career on authenticity and emotional honesty. Yet behind her confident facade lies a complicated personal story that fans rarely get to see, one marked by trauma, family struggles, and experiences that have shaped her every decision. Together, Blueface and Chrisean seemed like a volatile, headline-making pairing, electric, unpredictable, and endlessly newsworthy. The drama began quietly, almost imperceptibly. Fans noticed small signs of tension. Subtle social media posts that hinted at disagreements, cryptic captions that hinted at frustration, and public appearances where the chemistry that once seemed undeniable now appeared strained. But it wasn't until the viral clip of Junior, their young child, that everything escalated into a full-blown scandal. In this short, seemingly innocent footage, Junior flinches when Chrisean raises her hand, a moment so brief it could easily have been dismissed. Yet, in the world of celebrity gossip, no detail is ever too small, and no clip is ever too brief. The video ignited a firestorm online almost immediately. Fans flooded Twitter and Instagram debating what they had just seen. Is she too harsh with Junior? One comment read. Another asked, why isn't she bonding with her baby? Rumors about Chrisean's parenting began circulating. Speculation about her focus on returning to physical fitness. Accusations of neglect and whispers about personal struggles with motherhood. Even posts from friends and collaborators. Some expressing concern, others defending her added fuel to the fire. Every post, every comment, every story was dissected, replayed, and analyzed by viewers hungry for answers. Meanwhile, Blueface seemed determined to control the narrative. On social media, he dropped statements that left little room for ambiguity. I've got receipts, he tweeted, hinting at further evidence of neglect and irresponsibility. Fans instantly interpreted this as a bold move, a public accusation that threatened to tarnish Chrisean's reputation. Clips of him commenting on the situation, videos where he appeared visibly frustrated, and interviews where he spoke cryptically about his struggles as a father painted a picture conflict that was both raw and deeply personal. Yet, the story is far from one-sided. Chrisean has maintained a careful silence at times, posting selectively and responding with measured statements that show defiance and control. A few Instagram stories feature her working out or attending professional events, which supporters claim demonstrates her determination and ability to balance personal goals with motherhood. Critics, however, saw it differently, framing it as evidence of neglect and self-absorption. The contrast between her confident public persona and the vulnerability revealed in the viral clip of Junior created attention that captivated millions. Every post became a piece of evidence, every comment a potential clue, and every public appearance a statement in this unfolding drama. To fully understand controversy, one must consider the context of Chrisean's past. Born into a turbulent household, she has openly spoken about abuse, family violence, and challenges that left lasting emotional scars. These experiences are critical in understanding her behavior, choices, and reactions. Not to excuse any alleged neglect, but to provide context for why fans and the public see the situation through such polarized lenses. As rumors swirled about ongoing tension with Blueface, compounded by parenting struggles, the story escalated into a narrative about conflict, emotional complexity, and a messy intersection of fame, family, and social media scrutiny. And so what began as a fleeting moment, one flinch, one hand raise, has exploded into a controversy that blends celebrity scandal, parenting critique, and a deeply personal glimpse into the lives of two public figures whose every move is dissected online. Blueface and Chrisean are no longer just celebrities or relationship. They are central characters in a narrative that millions are watching, debating, and judging. And as the story unfolds, the stakes only grow higher, leaving fans questioning who is right, who is wrong, and what the truth behind the headlines really is. The controversy didn't happen overnight. It unfolded like a slow-burning storm, building tension with every social media post, every interview, and every fleeting public appearance. The timeline begins innocuously enough. A seemingly ordinary day in the lives of Blueface, Chrisean, and their young son, Junior. Fans had already noticed subtle signs of strain in relationship, from cryptic tweets to sudden disappearances from joint events. Yet no one anticipated that a single clip less than 10 seconds long could ignite a firestorm capable of consuming them both. It all began when Blueface shared a short video of Junior flinching when Chrisean raised her hand. A movement that to casual observers might have seemed playful or even accidental. But the internet doesn't deal in context. It deals in reaction, speculation, and virality. Within hours, the clip had spread across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Each repost accompanied by commentary that amplified the moment. "This is worrying," one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "Why isn't she paying attention to her baby?" The mix of concern and judgment spread like wildfire, turning private family tension into public spectacle. As the debate intensified, Blueface took to his social platforms to weigh in. Cryptic captions hinted at hidden truths while comments under the post escalated into public accusations. "I've got receipts," he claimed in one tweet, hinting at further evidence of Chrisean's supposed neglect. In an Instagram story, he added, "I can't stay silent while this goes on." The tone was accusatory, emotionally charged, and strategically vague enough to fuel speculation without fully revealing the details. Fans interpreted every word, dissected every gesture, and debated the motivations behind his public statements. Was he genuinely concerned for his child, or was it another example of a very public feud being played out online? Meanwhile, Chrisean responded subtly but pointedly. A short clip showed her working out, followed by a caption reading, "Life goes on." Her supporters praise her composure, framing it as resilience and self-care, while critics argue it reflected a lack of maternal responsibility. The tension between perception and reality became the heart of the scandal. Personal betrayal collided with public scrutiny. Some viewers sided with Blueface, insisting that the father's concerns were valid, while others defended Chrisean, noting the impossible pressures placed on new mothers in the public eye. Social media became a battleground with hashtags trending, polls conducted, and live streams dissecting the implications of the viral clip. The scandal didn't stop at fans. It drew commentary from other public figures. Influencers and celebrities weighed in, some cautiously, some provocatively. One well-known social media personality tweeted, "If this is true, it's heartbreaking, but let's wait for all the facts." Another shared a TikTok with a caption, "Parenting isn't perfect, but this raises serious questions." Every voice added layers of complexity, showing just how polarizing the incident had become. Friends and collaborators close to the couple allegedly attempted mediation behind the scenes, but nothing slowed the momentum of public outrage. Adding fuel to the fire were leaked snippets to conversations hinted at by insiders who spoke anonymously to gossip outlets. They claimed tension had been mounting for weeks. Disagreements about parenting styles, clashes over social media exposure, and lingering resentment from unresolved arguments. The combination of public accusations, private tension, and viral moments created a perfect storm. A situation that was both personal and deeply performative, where betrayal wasn't just emotional, it was public. By the third day, the controversy had evolved into a narrative about more than just a fleeting moment in a home video. It had become a story about trust, responsibility, and perception. Clips resurfaced showing Chrisean engaging in her usual routines, which some saw as proof of neglect, while others interpret them as attempts to maintain normally in the face of a chaotic online firestorm. Fans debated, news outlets covered it, and the public seemed unable to turn away. Each post, each comment, each repost amplified the tension, leaving audiences wondering, was this really about parenting or was about the messy emotional fallout of two celebrities under constant scrutiny? And then, as the situation couldn't get any more complicated, Blueface hinted at something bigger, a revelation he claimed would explain everything. His post suggested that the viral clip was just a tip of the iceberg, that there were other things people don't see, and that the drama went beyond what had already been shared. Fans went into overdrive, analyzing every subtle inflection, every hint dropped in interviews, every word typed in the caption. The suspense was palpable, the emotional stakes high, and the public's need to know the truth insatiable. In the end, the scandal became more than a viral video. It became a narrative of betrayal, perception, and emotional intensity. It wasn't just about Junior. It wasn't just about Cine. And it wasn't just about Blueface. It was about the collision of private life and public spectacle. The gray areas where fans, media, and celebrities intersect in the age of social media. And as the story continued to unfold, one question loomed larger than all the rest. Who is really telling the truth? And who is controlling the narrative? What started as a fleeting viral clip of Junior flinching quickly spiraled into something far more intense. An event that would shake the lives of Blueface Kine and everyone watching online. The fallout was immediate and widespread, stretching across social media, entertainment news outlets, and the private circles surrounding the couple. Suddenly, this was no longer a single viral moment. It was a full-blown scandal with consequences that cut deep into reputation, family, and emotional trust. The first wave of fallout hit socially. Fans who had once cheered for the couple began taking sides. Hashtags like #QuisineNeglect and #BluefaceExposes began trending, sparking heated debates across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Influencers weighed in, reposting clips of Junior and sharing commentary that added layers of judgment and speculation. Some viewers argued that Kim was failing as a mother, while others defended her, citing the pressures of public life and the unfair scrutiny she faced as a young mother. Navigating fame. Every post, comment, and story added momentum, creating an emotional wildfire that neither parent could ignore. The scandal didn't stay online. Close sources claimed that behind the scenes, arguments escalated into heated confrontations between Blueface and Chrisean, with friends and family caught in the middle. Confidential messages allegedly leaked to gossip outlets revealed text exchanges where accusations were exchanged, tempers flared, and blame was assigned. Friends reportedly tried to mediate, but the tension had grown too toxic. One source claimed it's not just about the video anymore. Every word, every action, every post feels like another betrayal. The family dynamic, once private, was now a public spectacle. At the same time, legal and logistical concerns began surfacing. Custody and parental rights became a topic of conversation as Blueface publicly emphasized his role as a father and questioned Chrisean's parenting choices. While no formal legal filings were immediately made, attorneys and entertainment circles speculated about potential actions, and fans debated the implications. The public began scrutinizing every aspect of Chrisean's schedule, workouts, appearances, social media posts to determine whether a behavior aligned with the expectations of a parent in the spotlight. The scrutiny was relentless, and it only heightened emotional stakes. Amid all this, the hypocrisy and contradictions in public versus private behavior became impossible to ignore. Chrisean, known for projecting confidence, independence, and control online, was suddenly portrayed in stark contrast to the flinching moment in the viral clip. Her curated social media persona, strong, composed, and unbothered, clashed dramatically with the judgment she faced for private behavior captured in a split second. Fans debated whether this discrepancy represented moral failure, simple human imperfection, or the unavoidable pitfalls of living life publicly. Meanwhile, Blueface, who built his image on spontaneity and boldness, now faced criticism for weaponizing private footage, raising questions about ethics, transparency, and his responsibility as a co-parent. The emotional consequences extended further. Fans observed the toll on Chrisean, who posted fewer videos and seemed quieter on her platforms, prompting speculation about stress, shame, or regret. Blueface, meanwhile, alternated between defiance and frustration, posting cryptic messages that suggested he was struggling with the emotional weight of parenthood and public perception. Emotional vulnerability emerged on both sides, showing a human cost behind the drama. Viewers weren't just witnessing a scandal. They were watching two people navigate betrayal, judgment, and expectation under an unforgiving public eye. As events unfolded, timelines of actions and statements became key. Clips showing Chrisean working out were juxtaposed against Blueface posts highlighting his concern for Junior. Comments from fans and influencers dissected every word, while private messages leaked to gossip channels revealed tension, remorse, and accusations of betrayal. Each layer deepened the narrative. The public saw a story of conflict and questionable parenting, while behind the scenes, emotions ran raw. Fear, anger, regret, and confusion all collided. By the end of the stage of the scandal, the situation had transformed entirely. What began as a fleeting viral moment was now a complex web of social, emotional, and moral consequences. The audience witnessed hypocrisy, conflicting values, and a clash of personal and public personas. Every new post, statement, or leak added another layer to the story, making it increasingly difficult to separate perception from reality. The scandal was no longer about a single incident. It had become a commentary on fame, judgment, and fragility of human relationships under the microscope of social media. And yet, despite the chaos, one undeniable truth remained. The internet had decided the audience was watching, and the stakes had never been higher. For Blueface, Chrisean, and Junior, every move was now a calculated risk. For fans and critics, every clip, every story, and every post became a piece of scandal that refused to resolve. And as the world waited, the emotional tension continued to rise, leaving a haunting question. Would the scandal ever truly end, or had become a permanent chapter in the dramatic saga of fame, betrayal, and social media exposure? So here's where we are. One viral clip, one flinch. And suddenly the internet is divided. Blueface is accusing. Fans are questioning. And Chrisean is navigating the fallout of both public scrutiny and personal betrayal. We've seen tension, heartbreak, accusations, and emotional vulnerability. But the story is far from over. Every post, every comment, and every leaked message has added layers of drama, leaving us all wondering who is really at fault. Now, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Blueface was right to share that footage? Or was a betrayal of trust meant to humiliate Chrisean in front of millions? Could Chrisean have handled the situation differently? Or is this just the impossible pressure of being a young mother under the spotlight? And what about Junior? How does this affect him? And should fans even be speculating about private family moments like this? The story isn't slowing down. Rumors are still swirling. Insiders are still talking. In the next chapter, it could bring even bigger revelations. Will there be a public response from Chrisean that changes everything? Will Blueface drop more receipts that could shift public opinion yet again? One thing is certain, the internet will be watching every move, every post, and every reaction. And so should you. Drop your thoughts in comments below. Tell us what you really think about Blueface Cine and this scandal. Do you side with the father, the mother, or the fans watching in disbelief? Hit that like button if you want more updates on this ongoing drama. Share this video with friends so they can join the conversation. And make sure to subscribe because the next shocking chapter is just around the corner. The truth is still out there, and you don't want to miss all.